hosted by Senator Roberta Menendez. Senator Menendez, a proud American, comes before you today not just as a politician, but as a citizen of the United States of America. Daughter of Cuban immigrants, Senator Menendez obtained a Bachelor's of Arts degree from St. Peter's College and has attended and received her law degree from Rutgers University. Senator Menendez has served as school board member, mayor, and legislator. She has received the Congressional Leadership Award and Legislator of the Year Award as recognition for her outstanding and unselfish years of public service. Sworn to the Senate on January 2006, Senator Menendez has committed since day one to work for a real and positive difference in the lives of our fellow Americans. Because of this, Senator Menendez currently serves on the Senate Committees of Finance, Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs, and Foreign Relations Committees. Senator Menendez is working to achieve economic security for families with bipartisan support, hope to create jobs, promote clean energy development, provide tax relief, invest in education, make healthcare more affordable, and is tirelessly working to preserve Medicare Social Security. And with further ado, I present to you Senator Roberta Menendez.
Hello everyone, it's nice to see you. So I will start with my speech. It's very short, it's not that condensed, so we can get straight to the answers. Okay. I mean to the questions, sorry. Yes. Okay. So again, my name is Roberta Menendez, not Roberta, Roberta. So basically, as a senator from New Jersey, of course, I have allocated resources and funds for the creation of jobs, employment, infrastructure, and programs. I have also, my focuses include immigration, environmental issues, education, and social issues, civil rights, health, and many of the legislation or laws that I have passed because of my bipartisan approach that I have taken in the Senate.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a question from each side, and time allotting will continue until our time is up. Now, first question.
Sorry, do you believe corporations are people?
No, I do not believe
Why?
corporations are people. I believe that the people should have, that corporations should not have authority or sovereignty over people, and
Then who makes corporations?
people make corporations, but you cannot personify corporations
Why?
because they're corporations or organizations.
All right, sir, that is enough for this question.
Thank you for interposed. What is your position on immigration reforms?
Yes. As the daughter of Cuban immigrants, I believe that we should implement comprehensive immigration reforms, meaning that many of the undocumented individuals who are in the United States, we should give them a pathway to citizenship, whether it is them becoming a U.S. citizen or obtaining a green card. However, I do believe in the deportation of criminals, and I do support the DREAM Act. And I work closely with the Obama administration in getting that through. Even though it hasn't gotten through, we have gotten a different action.
What are your plans to encourage Americans to live a green lifestyle?
Okay, that's my niche right there, the green lifestyle. A lot of the policies that I have supported and have passed are environmental practices. I have allocated resources for the creation of energy efficient programs and projects, including solar panels, wind source energy, and giving incentives to people or industries who utilize natural gas or electric vehicles.
Right, yes, sir.
18 out of 34 green companies that receive stimulus money are...
Give your name, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name's Juan Carlos.
Can you go a little slower because you're learning really fast?
Sorry.
It's okay.
18 out of 34 green companies that receive stimulus money are filing for bankruptcy. You support alternative energy and green jobs to take us to the future. How will you ensure to the American public that their tax dollars are being invested in green companies like Solindra, who received $535 million in taxpayer money, H123, who received $250 million grant, and SunPower, who received $1.2 billion, that government doesn't waste so much tax dollars in paying ventures?
Okay, so yes, I do support in the creation of energy efficient jobs or
Companies.
companies?
Well,
Yes. Yes.
Energy.
Not only because it's a cleaner way to get things done, and it promotes friendly environment practices, but it will also help in the creation of jobs, and it will help in education, and it will also help in maintaining our ecosystems.
But with so many companies filing for bankruptcy, how do you, it's obvious that they're not really working, so how are you gonna make sure that that money is not wasted?
Yes, keeping
Alright, so
up.
it's one question per press member. Yes, ma'am, can you please state your name and
Hi,
number?
I'm Roberta,
Let her
Washington
finish,
Post.
don't cut off the candidate.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
If she starts answering, let her answer.
Okay.
So, to answer your question, I would, at least for me, I would implement policies that will oversee these industries and keep up with them, and not just leave them be, because that's how bankruptcy happens. If you don't place regulations, you don't place oversight on these industries, it's easier for them to fail. Thank you.
Emily Salazar from the Washington Post. Do you agree with the administration's stance that seems hostile towards Israel?
No, I do not. I am pro-Israel, and I believe that we should offer aid to Israel when Israel is facing threats.
Yes, sir.
Santiago from the Times of New York. Your position on fairness and a level playing field is part of your core beliefs. However, how does supporting the DREAM Act consider a fair and level playing field for those who are pursuing citizenship legally and responsibly?
Like I said, like I mentioned before, I do support comprehensive immigration reform. I believe that undocumented individuals who are contributing to our economic prosperity in the United States, of course, should be given that path to citizenship. But on the other side, I also do support the DREAM Act. And it's not just for the youth who are going to college or who are going to school, who do have this, who are in the service and are doing all the requirements that the DREAM Act requires. I do support that as well, but like I said, it's also going back to the comprehensive immigration reform, I do support that.
Then how is it fair that illegal immigrants move to the head of the line towards citizenship and are allowed to live in the U.S. legally, which gives them an unfair advantage for an immigrant who is applying for citizenship legally and has to wait in their country before entering the U.S.? How is that fair?
Alright, since time is very limited, we have one more question from the side. Yes, sir.
Baker from Washington Post. Do you believe that our border patrol officers and CBP officers are well prepared to protect our borders?
If they are unprepared,
That they're well prepared to protect our borders?
they are prepared.
They're well prepared. You-
Okay, yes, so I am not sure, I am not too certain as to how the preparation is on the borderlands. You're meaning the borderlands, right, girl? Yes, I am not too sure as to how prepared they are. But like I said, but going back to the environmental, or the industries or corporations who are trying to promote environmental practices, I would also have the oversight to the Border Patrol and establishing trainings, comprehensive trainings, so that they can be prepared. But I am not sure how prepared they are at the moment.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our press conference. Sorry, 2 minutes. Yes, ma'am?
I'm Roberta from the New York Times. You have indicated that you are in favor of universal health care or Obamacare, yet your parents are immigrants from a country that has universal health care. If health care is the most important issue to the American people, why did your parents leave a country that had universal health care?
Okay. That is a very personal question. The motives for my parents coming in from Cuba, if you're aware that Cuba is a communist country, the reason that my parents came from Cuba, I'm sorry, I really wouldn't know how to answer that question. They had their own motives. They probably wanted a better education. They wanted a better life for us, even though we did have universal health care over there. Doesn't mean that our lives were necessarily better just because of that health care.
Any more questions from the press? Yes, ma'am?
Emily Salazar, Washington Post. Do you agree with the administration's handling of the attack on the consulate in Libya?
No, I do not. I did, when that incident did happen, I made a speech as to that I did not condone those acts that happened in Libya. our administration has not done much about it, and I do not feel that they are doing enough about that incident that happened. Thank you.
Any further questions? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our press conference for today. Thank you.